About 4 years ago, with funding from Safe Online Initiative, World Vision worked with school children in Vietnam and at Da Nang, down in the center. And our work was largely on educating the children on how to stay safe online within the confines of their schools, but also their parents. So we trained children on online safety, and the children trained other children within the schools on online safety. They held communication campaigns within their schools, but also community, to educate people on how to stay safe online. And then we also worked on educating parents on how to keep their children safe online, as well as the teachers. In addition, we also worked with the government stakeholders, especially the service providers, the hotline operators that receive the reports on online sexual abuse, training them and counseling skills, but also how to handle such reports, and then also working with the government decision makers. So when we began this project, this was a relatively new area for Vietnam. And one of the key areas we learned was that bringing on board all the key stakeholders to understand the nature of the project, as well as what we are aiming to achieve, is really key. So we worked with various government stakeholders from the Department of Labor, Environment and Social Affairs, and then the Department of Information and Communications, as well as school teachers and community members at the very beginning of the project. And that helped us to achieve what we achieved so far, educating about 18,000 children, majority of whom are girls, on online safety, as well as inputting into the government plan on online safety, which was the first ever plan on online child protection in Da Nang. So working with the government at the very beginning, very important to feed into their larger child protection agenda. That was one of our biggest learning. When we began, we were not sure that what we had promised to achieve would be achievable. But in the end, we saw the government leadership in Da Nang taking ownership and coming up with their first ever action plan to include in the yearly planning processes on child online protection. And then secondly, at the government level, last year in June 2021, the government of Vietnam approved their first ever national program on child online protection for the country, and that also followed the setting up of a Vietnam network for child online protection. And currently the piece of work being done is developing a code of conduct for the membership to regulate how we respond and address online child sexual exploitation and abuse.